Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to BS Rugby. It is time for a second watch along of the day. Let's turn that down a little bit. It's a little bit on the harsher side. That's better. There we go. It is half time. It is not half time. We are just at the start of this game. We're not even started yet. What am I on about? Let me try and get an okay colour for that. That's not going to blind me throughout the game. We'll go green because we're obviously watching Ireland against France. Hope everyone is doing well. Welcome back. If you have just jumped across, welcome in, of course. Hope everyone is doing really, really well. Congrats to Wales on winning. Yes, we've just done a watch-along for Wales against Scotland. Wales getting a win there, 20 points to 17. But we're straight into this one as France against Ireland as well. So really excited for this game. Can't wait for it. Really, really excited as always. And let me know your thoughts in the chat as we go through, of course. And let me know what you make of the game as we go. A good win for Wales. Come on, Ireland, indeed. Make sure, as always, that you do leave a like on the stream, that you subscribe if you're on YouTube, and if you follow, if you're on Facebook or Twitch. Of course, we are on Twitch from now on, which is exciting. We're streaming, of course, on the Threebod pages as well. So make sure to get involved there. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Well, I've just been notified of something that I'll have to... Is it? I don't think it is. It's saying that it isn't for me. Oh, in the text, in the blurb. I got you, Joe. Okay, I got you, Joe. Okay, I got you. That's all fine. We'll sort that out later. We will sort that out later. And let me know your thoughts on this game. As always, a big and a brilliant game. Totally outshone Russell. Russell, really big mistake, wasn't it? Cheers, Joe. Massively appreciate that. Enjoy the game, pal. Hope you enjoyed the game and get the win that you want. Hello to you on Twitch as well. If you want to follow me on Twitch, I'll drop a link in there. I'm going to be doing some streaming and gaming in there. So it'll be good to get you involved there. This game should be electric. Both teams are fun to watch when they get going. They absolutely are, aren't they? They are brilliant to watch. And let's hope we are in for an exciting game. I will give you my predictions in a little bit. We'll run through the teams first of all. We'll run through a bit about the teams. And then we'll get my predictions in just before kickoff. And let's have a look then. Let's have a quick chat about these teams. Of course, last time that these two teams faced was last year in the Six Nations. It was, of course, a win for the French. France winning that one by 15 points to 13 at an empty Aviva Stadium. Wow. Who remembers this moment? The drop kick from Johnny Sexton back in 2018, winning that one by 15 points to 13. The clock was in the red. The game seemed over. He drop kicks it from miles and miles and miles out. And then the fifth fixture 5 years ago, when France were probably a little bit in the doldrums, it was Ireland winning that one by 19 points to 9. So let me know your thoughts. Hey, he might do. He might need a bit of recovery time, though. You know what I mean? He might need a little bit of recovery time. France by 15. Please do not drop any links to any illegal streams in the chat. It can mess up my stream and shut down my channel, which I do not want to happen. So, yeah, please don't do that. Otherwise, I will have to get rid of you from the chat. Let's have a look then at the teams. I'll try and pronounce the French ones right. I'll try my best. And we'll try and make sure that I do it right. So let's go through the teams anyway. Starting out fullback for France, Jaminet plays at fullback. Of course, really impressive player, fantastic player. I really like him. Obviously, Penaud is on the wing alongside hat-trick hero Villiers from last week. Malfena comes into the centre for the injured Dante alongside Gael Ficou. Antoine Dupont is at 9 and captain, of course, alongside Roman and Tamac. In the front row, Bailly partners Marchand and Antonio, with Woki and Wilhelms playing in the locks. Kroos comes in for Cretan, and Aldrit plays at 8 with Yelong at 7, leaving a bench then of Malvaca, Gross and Bamba, Taufefuena and Flemon alongside Cretan, Luku and Ramos as well. And let's have a look at the Irish team. Of course, the big news is at 10, Johnny Sexton out due to injury. So James Ryan partners the team. The players are in the tunnel. So we'll get to the game in just a second. So starting out fullback, you've got Hugo Keenan at fullback with Andrew Conway and Matt Hansen on the wings. Gary Ringrose and Bundyaki are in the centres, with Joey Carby, of course, coming in at 10 because of the injured Johnny Sexton. Gibson Park plays at 9. In the front row, you've got Andrew Porter, Ronan Cullen and Tyke Furlong, so that is unchanged. Tyke Byrne plays alongside James Ryan, who, as I said, captains the side in the absence of Johnny Sexton. Caelan Doris plays at 6 with Josh van der Vliet at 7 and Jack Conan at 8. Leaving a bench then of Dan Sheehan, Cian Healy, Finlay Beelum, Ian Henderson, Peter O'Mahony, Conor Murray, Jack Carty and Robbie Henshaw as well. So as I said, the big news, of course, is all about this man, Johnny Sexton. How big of an impact is that going to have on the game? Let me know in the comments, as always, and in the chats. Let me know, how big is that going to be for Ireland? Are they going to be able to play the same way that they wanted to? Because last week he was so pivotal to the way, someone's beeping outside, to the way that this Irish team wanted to play. So pivotal. And this man is the man who steps in, of course, is Joey Carberry. How is he going to get on today? That is going to be the big challenge for him, is how can he control the game? Can he keep it going the way Sexton has been? For the French, look at these two absolute monsters in the front row. Antonio and Bailly in the front row. They are absolute massive ball carriers. And I don't know whether the Irish have the physicality to compete with them. But with someone like Tadhg Furlong, he's not a bad option, is he, at all? If we're also looking at some French stars to keep an eye on, you don't need to look much further than these two. Of course, it is Antoine Dupont, the best player in the world, in my opinion. Partners Roman and Tamak at 9 and 10. They'll look to control the game. They'll look to be on the front foot. I'm really, really excited to see how this team goes. And I think them two are absolutely incredible. And then, of course, for the Irish, how these two are going to get on, Gibson Park and Joey Carberry, how they're going to get on. It's going to be fascinating to see. I don't know how much rugby they've actually played together, so that could be an issue. And I just think that if you're comparing Gibson Park to Dupont is better. Comparing Ntamak to Joey Carberry, Ntamak is better. So it's going to be an interesting one. We're hearing the Irish national anthem at the minute. So start getting your predictions in the chat. Make sure that you vote in the poll as well for your predictions. We'll have a look at that in just a second. Oh, Kyle is going to jump in. So he's going to jump in. And he's going to join us for this one. So it'll be really good to have his company. We won't roast him too hard about the game. Let's have a look at some of your comments then. I'm really excited for this game. I cannot wait for this one, actually. Yeah, Kyle is going to join us. So France by 15. That'd be a hell of a result. France 27-10. Wow. Great top one. I had to bring it out for the Irish ones. I know Luke and Connor Crowley were both asking for it. So it is out. Ireland by 15. France 24-26. Ireland together, standing tall, shoulder to shoulder. They will beat France. Love the passion. I think we have to make a video tomorrow, young man. Yes, we will. My good friend Ben from Rock and Roll Rugby will be doing a tactical review of the game. It'll be on Ben's channel. So at some point during the afternoon, I'll drop a link to his channel. A lot to discuss. A lot to discuss on that one. And it'll be a bit more positive. France for the Grand Slam. If they win this game, it's going to be difficult to get past them. So let me know your predictions in the chat. We're about to hear La Marseillaise, the French national anthem. And excited to see how this goes. So get your predictions in. Someone say Carvery. I hope there's unlimited veg and gravy. I love a good Carvery. Toby Carvery. I had one for a long one. That is a hell of a profile picture. I'm not too sure what to say about that. I'm afraid not, just because of copyright. But this is just a commentary, a watch along as we go on. And I'm delighted to say that the main man himself, Kyle, is in the studio in the background. So I'll welcome him. I will try not to smile too much as I welcoming him in. But hope all is well. How are you doing?
Less said the better about that last game, eh?
Yeah.
You can gloat away, it's fine. So.
No. But we'll focus on this game. We're hearing the French national anthem. How good could this game be? Because both teams want to throw the ball about, don't they?
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of it, I think Paul Gregor said in that last match, a lot of it will come down to the battle of the breakdown. Yeah, I think also the that's going to be the two main factors, that and see how Carberry does at 10. But yeah, that's really all I can think of right now.
Yeah. Well, I did pick them out. Obviously, you got Ntamak and Dupont, who are both very solid partnership. For me, Dupont's the best player in the world at the minute, and is just incredible. And Ntamak at 10. You said to me last week or week before that you felt like he was one of the best 10s that France have ever had. Am I right in saying that?
I said I thought he was the best 10 France have had, certainly from my memory anyway.
Yeah. So really excited to see how they go on. And then if you compare that to Gibson Park and Carberry, I'm not sure there's too much of a comparison. So it's more about, for me, about this Irish team, about the system, whether they can get the system right. And let's put us in the Stade de France. We're not in the Millennium. There we go. That's better. So predictions for this one, Kyle. How are you seeing it going? Are we going to see an elbow to the head today?
That could make a difference. I think. I think France. I think home advantage will play. I think France will win by 3 to 7 points. But again, if Ireland can get under their skin at the breakdown enough, I see France giving away penalties, and if they can get under their skin enough to give Joey Carberry a platform, it could be very interesting. But I'll say France.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think France by 3 to 5, I'm going to say. I think it's going to be really, really close. I think it's going to be a good game. I think the opening 20 minutes is going to tell us a lot about how the Irish are going to approach this, because we know how France is going to play. They're going to throw it about. Are Ireland going to play their own game, or they're going to try and disrupt that? I don't know how they're going to approach this one. It's really interesting. As always, folks, let us know in the comments your predictions. Get any questions in, any thoughts on the game as we go along. We're not allowed to show the actual game because of copyright, but I hope you enjoy the watch along. Oh, we got the car bringing the ball out like we did in the Euros.
All right. It used to be quite a thing in France. I think they stopped it a few years ago, so they bring it back now. So
Ntamack was not waiting for the car to get to him. He just went and got it. Angus Gardner is the man in the middle from Australia. So we've got two Aussies controlling the match today. Controlling the matches today. So France going to kick off there in their normal blue. Ireland, of course, in their green, traditional green. It's a dry day in Paris. It's sunny. Of course, it's an hour ahead of us. So here we go.
Slight side issue, Brad. What do you think of TikTok being the sponsors for the ball?
I mean, we've had Guinness. We've had what else have we had over the years? We had NatWest, didn't we? Was it NatWest or was it Halifax? I can't remember. It was one of the banks in Britain. Oh no, it was RBS, wasn't it? Yeah. And Royal Bank of Scotland, yeah. And TikTok's okay. Again, it's a huge platform, isn't it? There's a lot of money in it, I'm sure. It's good to see that the women's game is going to get sponsored by as well, as Gibson Park makes his first clearance from the restart. It's not the greatest clearance from him.
No,
and France on taking it quickly. Mauafrena, who's in for Donty, plays it outside. Lovely hands. Here comes Villiers. France already on the front foot here. Really looking to get the tempo going early on. Damien Penaud carries. France straight away going for this one as Wacky carries. A little bit slower now for Dupont, but Ntamack spreads it. Bailly has a bit of space out wide. Here comes Antonio, the huge prop.
Yeah, the big. Oh, is that forward? Oh, is that?
Look inside. Dupont's going to score. Oh, what a start to the game.
I thought that might have been slightly forward.
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? Was that pass forward from Roman Ntamack? What a run from Ntamack and then popping it into Dupont. The question is, as Kyle said there, was the final pass forward from Ntamack? But France, just the intensity they've started with is just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, okay, let's... Come on.
Antonio there with a big carrier watching that back. This is their face here. Dupont. Ntamack steps inside, beats James Ryan.
Yeah,
it's difficult to tell from that angle. My initial reaction
must have been back. French broadcasters though.
Showing the angles.
All right, okay. Let's just say it's been given. Let's say the pass was fine. Brilliant start for France.
Just two angles which show us nothing, and we're saying try. So France have been given the try. Lovely try. Was it forward? It was very close. Difficult to say.
Let's just say it was. Brilliant support line from Dupont there and got into.
Absolutely brilliant. We'll get some of your comments after this. This is a chance for Jaminet to extend the lead. First kick of the game, playing that Pignon. So let's see how he can get on with this kick. I mean, what a start. The intensity from this French side.
He's got it.
Jaminet steps up, and it's very nice indeed. And France are 7 points to 0 up.
Oh, that's fine. Wow. That's fine. Yeah, they got an angle there. That's fine.
Yeah, there we go. What a start. What a start. Beautiful stuff there. And Antoine Dupont, the best player in the world, gets the opening score in this game. And Galtier with his glasses looking on. Do you think that would change the game plan of Ireland, or do you think it's just so early on that?
Well, still early days. I think it was a poor clearance kick from Gibson Park initially, because poor kick and the chase was poor as well. It gave France room to go. Oh, now Ireland have got the ball.
Well, Ireland have managed to turn this over. Bundyaki steps inside. Josh van der Fleer. Wow, the game is so open. Ball is there inside the 22. Gibson Park
comes to his feet.
Gibson Park gets it out. Furlong. Caelan Doris carries. Playing at 6 today, of course. Carberry. Gibson Park.
Just straight into...
Big tackle on Byrne there. Slowed down a little bit for this Irish side.
Good stepping from Carberry, to be fair. That's Nick.
I think Wokey's there. Is Wokey over the ball? No, he's all right there.
Oh!
Knocked on. Chance here for France. This is going to be dangerous. Villiers looks up.
It's a one man. It's good chance. So I think who's the Irish guy? Yeah.
Gibson Park has got it.
Park, yeah.
But again, France, just the minute the ball turns over, just looking to attack straight away. And Ireland are back in their own 22 here, having to go through the forwards. 5 minutes gone. It's been breathless, but penalty to France on the breakdown. And they could
Villiers.
He was in my fantasy team last week. Did very, very well. Yeah.
Hat trick last week.
Yeah.
He's actually I think he's weirdly an excellent. Well, I say weirdly for a winger. He's an excellent all-round winger because he's normally very good at the jackal as well. Yeah. I don't know if it's
they're going for the corner. Or no, they're going for the
post.
Chance to go 10-0 into the lead, which is
that was just sloppy. Yeah.
So big chance early on here to go 10 points into the lead, almost as if Ireland are a little bit shocked at the pace of this French side. Let's have a look at some of your comments. It'll be hard, Alayla Blur. France will crush Ireland if Ireland don't fire on all cylinders. I mean, this French team have been all over them so far. Unlucky the Irish. Sexton is a big miss. He is indeed. That was fast. I mean, the first try, absolutely. France penalty. France are counter-rucking really, really well. They are. Absolutely. So, chance for Jaminet to give France a 10-point lead with only 6 minutes on the clock or so.
Yeah, he's got it.
He's got it. And France lead here by 10 points to 0. Wow, what a start. I mean, you thought the Scotland-Wales second half was a little bit scrappy and lacking in quality. I think this is trumped it just ever so slightly.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
it's almost as if this Irish team, not as if they're not up for it, but they're just shocked at the intensity of this French side. How intense they are.
Well, yeah, I mean, the thing is, they had their moment there just before that penalty where they had, looked like they're putting decent tap. Oh, there we go. There you go.
Oh, lovely thing from Mac Hansen. And Mac Hansen's going to score. And out of the restart, complete brain fart for France. But Mac Hansen has just ran in and scored a lovely try. And it's his first try on his second cap. And, well, whatever was going on with the French defence there, Mac Hansen runs through.
Yeah, that was...
They're trying to block him.
They're just jogging there, the French fat players.
They're just jogging.
Doing?
There's no communication. Nobody's telling Jaminet that Mac Hansen's running through. He runs through and he scores. Yeah. It's just crazy. And after all the good work that France have done, that's what they're capable of now and again.
Mm.
So chance for Carberry.
Well, that's just bad communication between Jaminet and Penaud there. You're right enough. It's just one of them has to be. Yeah, no, you're right. One of them has to be the assertive one there and just say my ball, and then
take responsibility, isn't it? That's the thing.
Yeah, they're both just half asleep. I mean, there was other players around them as well. They were just kind of jogging there, and Hansen was just sprinting.
Yeah. So difficult kick for Carberry. This, can he get it?
Yes, just
about through the post. So really good kick. So, not a bad start, is it? Ireland 7, it's France 10. We've already had 2 tries already, and both have been beautiful tries. What a crazy game! What a kick indeed. So France 10, Ireland 7. I mean, if it was 10-0, I was thinking, oh, France score again. This might be a bit too much for the Irish, but fair play. Really good try. Mac Hansen, first try in his second game. Is the game going to settle down a bit, or are we going to keep going at this pace?
Depends on this Gibson Park kick. Is he going
to
execute it properly this time?
I think for Ireland, it's probably a little bit too messy for their liking. Oh, Jaminet knocks it on, so chance here. If they can get the ball out, which they can, Carberry looks up. Options in the backs here. Here comes Ringrose, who was brilliant last week. Steps inside nicely, tackled by Wokey.
Oh, good play. Oh, that's a knock on there.
Oh, a knock on by Faku. Is it a deliberate knock on?
I think
I don't think it's a yellow or anything like that.
He's asking the question. Don't think it was.
I think it might be a penalty. If it's deliberate knock on.
It's not. No, it's not a yellow card offence one because he's not deliberately batted it forward. It's just put his hand out. But the French TVs are obviously
just not showing what we want to see, just showing everything bar that incident.
Oh, yes, I'd say. No, there was no attempt to catch it, so...
He's put his arm flat out. I don't think they were meant to show
no, they're giving a penalty. They're giving a penalty.
I don't think the French TV were meant to show that angle, because the minute they did, they quickly turned it off. So, penalty to Ireland here. Joey Carberry with a chance to send this one down. I think someone might be getting sacked.
It's the French TV, mate. They're not very... They're known for the bias. I have to say, if you don't mind me saying, I thought the BBC coverage earlier today was generally pretty shocking of the.
It was like picking the wrong. We wanted to see like a situation. We wanted to understand whether there's a deliberate knock on or something like that, and it takes them about 5 angles to actually find the angle or just the right footage. It's just Very, I do
not just that. Not just that. There was a few times. Oh, scrappy there. Not just that. There was a few. There was a few times when I'll wait till after. There was a few times as well when there was plays going on. They were cutting away to the coaches, or they were just getting you were wanting to see what the referee was giving the penalty for, and they just cut away somewhere else. It was just kind of But that's just my little beef there.
So line out to the Irish on the 10-metre line of France. They win it, set up the driving more, but it comes out. Gibson Park to Carberry. Bundiaki inside. It's been knocked on. Chance here for France and Aldred. Someone needs to scrum half. Malfrenner eventually gets there. Unsmack to Faku. Faku spreads it out wide. Oh, knocked on there. And we'll come back for the original knock-on. Will we? Or do you finish the advantage?
No, back for knock-on.
Knocked on there.
Putting real pressure on the Irish defence. In the previous clip, we could see this real...
Big hits coming in. Big physical hits. Let's have a look at some more of your comments. Good game to be neutral. It is. Hansen uses his leg to budge the French player. I don't know. It's tricks of the trade, isn't it? If you don't get caught. Don't get caught. Come on, France. I'm pretty neutral. I don't really care who wins, to be honest. I'm neutral. I want to see a good game. Although we have
sorry, Brian. What was that previous comment saying there? Saying that Mac Hansen was in front of the kicker?
Mac Hansen using his leg to budge the French player off it.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I'll have to watch that back. Sorry.
Yeah. So scrum to the Irish on the halfway line. Ball comes out. Gibson Park looking for the little gap. That's not a bad kick. Is it going to work? Not quite. So it'll be a line out to France just inside their own 22. I mean, the tempo and the speed of this game is it's just ridiculous. Sorry, we don't have France next. We go to Twickenham next.
We've got France. We've got France next. Fun.
That's at Murrayfield, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
You record against them at Murrayfield isn't too bad, I don't think.
No, we haven't. Apart of that Autumn Nations Cup, we lost to them. We haven't lost them before then since 2014.
Yeah. So line out to France in their own 22. I mean, it's the perfect conditions to play as well in Paris compared to what it was in Cardiff. Like, it's blue skies. Don't know how warm it is. Probably not that warm, but it's dry. Doesn't look like there's a particular wind there.
Yeah, no, it looks like a nice dry day, which we didn't have earlier. And obviously, for COVID reasons, they didn't close the roof.
Yeah, true. Sent up.
Oh, yeah,
not bad. Really well done.
Oh, was that offside?
Yeah, I thought he might have just been in front of the kicker. Yeah, really good game so far, Marty. He's been really open. I mean, just the way both teams are going for it, and maybe it will come down to a question of who's on the bench, but also whose fitness is better. I mean, Sean Edwards is known for getting fitness and the discipline right.
Yeah, I still think France, though, might have their moments where they just kind of go off the boil a bit. But
so Jaminet stands this one down, and we're 15 minutes into this one. Yeah, you can see he's just offside.
Oh, because he not? Yeah, I think he knocked on them. Was in front, was it? Okay.
So line out to France, just outside the 22. They take it quick. Cyril Bay, he has been knocked into touch. Not by. I'm
not sure how legal that tackle was that knocked him into touch, though.
France trying to take it quick then, taking one from the Scotland book.
Or are they going again? I think they're going again. I don't know what's. No, it's just a line. Sorry.
So line out to Ireland 1 in the air by Caelan Doris. Driving maul is set up. Goes straight down though. Have France turn this over?
Yeah.
Penalty to France in the 22.
Paul
really good chance, yeah. Getting the turnover there. So chance for France. Will they go? I think they should go for the post here. Just get a 6-point gap. It makes sense to do it.
Yeah, I think that's what they're looking at.
Do you think maybe Ireland a little bit guilty of trying to play too much in their own half?
Not really. I think he just took it and got isolated there. It was more his pals. It was more his teammates' fault for not helping him out. So
yeah. Let's have a look at some of your comments. Hello, hope you're doing well. Johnny Sexton watching in the crowd. So Jaminet with a chance to give France a 6-point lead. Should get it.
Yeah. Aye.
Steps up and he slots it beautifully through the post. And France lead by 13 points, to 7 in this one. What a opening 15 minutes or so. Absolutely crazy. Do you think, even for France, is this a little bit too loose? Even for France, the way the game's going, would they want that?
I think it's suiting them. They're the ones who are looking to speed the game up more. Yeah. So. I think that the fullback Jaminet, like the fact he's a goal kicker now, is definitely taking a lot of pressure off Intermac, and you just tell with the way Intermac plays as well. He looks a lot more relaxed, knowing he's not kicking the goals, and Jaminet so far in front for France has been Mr. Reliable with that. So
I spoke to a Frenchman before the tournament started. And he was saying that Jaminet's kicking success in the top 14 this season was like the best in the league, like 95%. Mm-hmm. So that he was super consistent. And then Intermac can obviously just play with the freedom, knowing that there's no responsibility on him to do that.
Yeah. Okay. No, absolutely. mean, he's playing for the club at the bottom of the top 14 as well, Germany. So that's some record.
Yeah,
Some record he's got.
Do you remember? Sorry, go on.
No, I was going to say, dare I say it's a bit of a Lee Halfpenny kind of player, at least in terms of his kicking.
So. Yeah, definitely. I'd like to see him with ball in hand a little bit more. He doesn't seem to do all that much with ball in hand. You could say also the same about Lee Halfpenny. Do you remember which Welshman went to play for Perpignan in the last 10 years?
James Hook.
Yes, James Hook. Good general knowledge there. Yes, James Hook. And we had Mike Phillips went to Bayonne, which was an absolute shambles, and then he went to Racing and did all right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dan Lydiate.
Wasn't he sacked from Bayonne for drunken behaviour or something?
Yeah, that's Mike Phillips. Dan Lydiate, who went to Racing, he was just ravaged by injuries. Jonathan Davis went to Clermont. Stephen Jones went to Clermont. Jamie Roberts went to Racing. I don't think that really worked out for him either. He's now
Gavin Henson went to Toulon.
Well, yeah. Gareth Thomas obviously went to
Toulouse, was it?
Toulon or Toulouse, one of them.
It was Toulouse he was at.
Yeah. So we've had a few who've gone over there over the years, not that much success, to be honest. So France penalised at the breakdown there. We're nearly halfway through this first half. Let's get to some of your questions. Interesting one for you, Kyle. How inconsistent is Scotland being England, but then losing to Wales? I don't want to stab the wound here.
No, go for it. Go for it. I'm a big boy. I can handle it.
What went wrong today for Scotland? It felt I didn't want to say it at the time, but after the game, I do feel like Scotland crumbled a little bit in that match. Would you agree with that?
Yes. No, I was angry with how we seemed to bottle it in the second half. Like the first half was quite a seesaw game, and there was, I mean, even though there was a couple of silly penalties we did give away, on the whole, like I thought, okay, sort of, I can kind of get that, and but the second half I thought we just absolutely, bottled it. We went too conservative, kicked the ball away far too much, gave away too many silly penalties, and allowed Wales to suck us into an arm wrestle, and in the end we just made too many mistakes, and it was kind of summed up by just Duan van der Merwe. I made two mistakes in a row. Then Townsend gave him the shepherd's crook. It just, it was just kind of just infuriating. I mean, I should say I'm used to it. I should say I've been used to it after years of watching Scotland play, but it still doesn't make me any less angry, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And then obviously the Finn Russell yellow card, no excuse for that. Completely yellow card, and like people say.
So sorry, Brandon. I wouldn't entirely say like in terms of. I don't know if no excuse is the right word, because I can see what he was trying to do, but he definitely put his hand out and disrupted the flow of the play in a position where Wales were in attack. So no complaints with the yellow card, and no excuse. I don't know, but it was the right call. I'm not complaining about that.
Yeah, some people obviously say about Finn Russell that he's got the temperament to control games and stuff like that, but there's still that element in him where I'm not saying his head goes, but sometimes he might get ahead of himself a little bit and start doing silly things.
Yeah, but what I don't know. It's like, I know there's some folk who say, he take when he's like smiling after he makes a mistake. It's like, he's just taking it in stride. It's fine. And I'm just kind of thinking, maybe this is a perspective thing. I'm thinking you should be flipping angry at yourself. You should really want to knock into the next tackle. You should be like, I don't know, just something like, just to say like, damn, I've made that mistake, right? And I'm getting next time I get to make a tackle, I'm make a big hit. Next time I get the ball, I'm going to try and make something happen. I mean, just again, that might be just a kind of perspective thing, the way I'm looking at it more than anything else.
Yeah, it's difficult to say. Penalty to France there at the scrum. So Chancellor Jaminet to send this one down into the Irish half. Let's have a look at some more of your comments. Question for you, Kyle. If France win this game and throw the championship wide open, do you think that Scotland will still be in with a shout?
We've got our tough... I think we've got every chance of beating them when they come to Murrayfield. We should beat Italy. The tough game will be Ireland in the last game.
Is that home or away?
That's in Dublin. So obviously Ireland would be the hot favourites for that. But obviously, yeah, it's again. I think it's difficult to say. It's still, yeah. I mean, if France win this, they'd be the favourites at the moment. You have to say, but yeah, that's all I can really answer there.
Yeah. So France had the penalty, went to touch, took the line out, and overthrew it. So it is there for Ireland. Sent up high by Joey Carberry. Bouncing, it is won by Byrne on the halfway line. A little bit narrow here for this Irish side. Good tackle by Villiers. Ball is there for Gibson Park. Is slow though. Gets it out. Caelan Doris carries.
Oh, bit of a chance here. Got some space out wide. Good take, Matt Hansen.
Well taken by Matt Hansen. He's caught by Mac.
He looks a heck of a player. Because
Mac Hansen, yeah, he's done well for Connacht. Knocked on though by this Irish team. Chance for France potentially. Marafuena inside to Jaminet. Oh, was that high for Mackie?
I think it was a fine one there.
So
obviously the French crowd didn't think so.
Short collar. Dupont into Mac. Caught really well tackled there, actually. Good important tackle. It's a bit slow, Bailly. France just inside the Irish half here. Ficou into Mac, and Mac tries a little kick. It's not going to work.
Keenan's under pressure.
Keenan off, and that's brilliant work from the winger. And it will be a line out to France.
Given how tight this game is, that is a very, very good decision from the Irish 15, Hugo Keenan. You can see he's looking for the offload. Andrew Conway's in there. Better than throwing a speculative pass there. He holds on to the ball. He's always going into touch, but he's much better going in there. Ireland's defensive line is going well. The game is so close, and it's so close. It's so easily poised.
I don't know what Gordon Darcy's watching. He's saying, "Oh, it's so close." I think France are pretty much on top of that right now.
So 25 minutes gone in this one. Oh no, that Bundyaki one's fine. Just looking at it back there.
Really, really hot after that. Turned over two. France have turned over one so far, but the pressure that both teams are putting on it, and the knock-on effect is you see some of the ferocity of the cleanouts are exceptional from both teams. So a really important area of the game. Both teams want to keep the ball. They want to play fast. So conversely, the other team
of injured bodies. Getting some treatment. There's something about Finn Russell. I suggest he's not quite a finished article.
Yeah, and you can see
difficult one.
It's just because of he just has moments in games where he just wants to. But anyway, he's very capable. He shows it plenty of times. He shows it for Racing consistently. He's very capable.
So it's going to be a line out to France just outside the 22. I mean, if they can get another score here, just open that gap up a little bit more, just give themselves some breathing space. Won by Woki. Driving ball set up.
Moves a bit forward.
Nice quick ball here for the French side. Oh, penalty to Ireland. Oh, that was in that side,
what was that?
In other side, I think it was.
Yeah. That was a problem France had last week as well. There were times they were just their discipline with how they were entering the contact situations were a bit off the boil at times. So
a chance for Carberry to put this downfield. Are they checking something?
No, just
James Ryan, I think, going off for HIA.
No, Ronan Kelleher, I think.
Ronan Kelleher, yeah. So Finlay Beelum, I think, is on.
Dan Sheehan.
Dan Sheehan. That's the one. Leinster, yeah.
Yeah, he's great to watch. He loves an offload. This is where we're going to put an awful lot of emphasis in around.
So, line out to the Irish team.
Nice, easy call for good. Thank God they did, yeah. Good catch, good throw.
Good driving ball from this Irish team. The 10-metre line. They're all over the place, this driving ball. It's gone down, but it is there.
Furlong.
Again, first receiver.
Robbie's sitting deep. Ball goes up. Is he over?
Yeah, too long.
Uncomfortable for Jaminet. A little bit of a waste there, maybe.
I think the idea was okay. Just the kick was a bit long.
Yeah.
Because he was just going for just in front of the 22, but he just overcooked it a little bit.
Yeah. Just over 10 minutes to go until half time. This game slowed down a little bit now. Still 13 points to 7. Not quite as frantic as the opening 5-6 minutes. Oh, chance here. Bailly jumps onto it. Not Bailly. Forgot the name of the hooker. Gone out of my head.
Marchand.
Oh, knocked on then by Bailly. Ball goes wide. Chance here. Nicely taken by Damien Penaud. Is there space? Jaminet sends it back down. That's got too much on it? No, that's an all right kick. Carberry sends it back down. Looking for touch. And he finds it, and France don't take it quickly. It will be a line out to France.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's not a good throw. Too high.
Mm.
Fingertips there for Tyburn being able to take that. And France coming on to a very, very basic mistake. Not going to be happy with that.
I knew you were right first time, Brandon. It was Cyril Bailly who.
Oh, was it? I get confused between them. Surprisingly, I don't speak French fluently, so I don't remember every single name in the Six Nations, especially if they're French. That wasn't straight.
Not straight by Marchand.
And the ball will go to the Irish for their chance.
We're already a world apart from the line-out returns from last weekend. I don't think that's necessarily taken away from the overall game. But both teams
so scrum just inside the French half for Ireland. Let's have a look at some more of your comments. It's like World Cup in France. I mean, France have been, bringing through their young players over the years, slowly integrating them, and obviously they'll have their eyes on that 2023 World Cup. Got quite a few Bob Ireland to win. Still confident France will collapse as they always do. I don't think that's true anymore. Look against the All Blacks in the autumn, and they got the job done there. They battered the All Blacks on the scoreboard.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, the thing is, what impressed me is because New Zealand were always going to come back into it and have their moments in that game, and they did. But the way France handled it afterwards, I just thought, that's the thing that really impressed me. And just, I just keep going back to that intimate run from his own goal line.
Would that have been the greatest try ever? That's the big question. If he'd have scored that. Is it better than the Gareth Edwards one against the Barbars?
Or the try from the end of the world by France against New Zealand, 94. That was some try. If that had come off, yes, it would have been, I think. Yeah.
So here come Ireland with possession. Just over the 10-metre line in the French half. 10 minutes to go until half time. Some decent momentum here. France trying to turn it over. And they have done it. And chance here. Wokey fires it out towards Ficou.
I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah, I thought he'd gone off his feet. I was pretty confident he'd gone off his feet. Let's have a look at some more of your comments. What are your thoughts? England send a weak team to face Italy. We talked about it in the last game. We're both still pretty confident that they'll go over there, get a bonus point win. It might be a little bit about breaking Italy down for the first 50, 60 minutes, but then I think the quality will just be there. No, I thought Italy were good defensively last week, but in the end, as I said, the quality of France just came through. Could you give me a score prediction for that tomorrow? I'd say something like 40-18, maybe 40-15.
I'll go something similar to that. I think Italy will get a couple of tries on the board, but I think England will just be too strong. So I'd say 45, 15-ish, something like that.
Yeah. I still expect them to get a job done there. And it now means that it looks unlikely like we're going to win the wooden spoon. So we'll take that as Wales fans. Right, France here. A little bit of forward momentum from the line out.
What do you think of Wales' ambitions for the rest of the tournament now? You've got a win on the board. Can you beat England at Twickenham in 2 weeks?
My heart obviously says that we're going to go over there and we're going to win 30 points to 3, but my head is saying something completely different. I do think Scotland showed last week that you can rattle this England team, and I do think that confidence will be high in the Welsh camp. But I think it's a really difficult challenge. Oh, Pano with a little kick through. It does go out. If we had Italy next and we were to beat Italy, then you've won 2 on the bounce and it makes a big difference. Winning one game builds the confidence, of course. Going to Twickenham, I just don't know. I think up top we might get bullied a little bit. That would be my concern. Is up top we get bullied. Again, we got 2 weeks, so I'd hope we'd have like Bigger will be fit for that. I hope.
Free kick. France closing the gap.
Yeah.
Fair play. Referees barely pick that up.
Yeah. I think for Wales, look, 2 out of 3 would have been a success before the tournament for me. I didn't expect to get anything other than the 1 win. Again, I was really impressed by the style of play we showed, especially in that first half. That's the first time under Pivac I fully understand what we're trying to do. So that was really encouraging to see. Although we kind of lost away in the second half, we managed to get the win in the end. So I think we'll beat Italy. I think we'll give England a game, but I just think we'll come a bit short. And then I don't think we really stand a chance against France at home, to be honest.
No, really?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we could deal with the intensity of this French side. We'd have to slow their ball down. That'd be so important. And even today, I don't feel like we slowed your ball down really at all. I don't feel like we truly competed at the breakdown that much. I thought having someone like a Jack Morgan in there, we would.
He actually looked pretty good. No, sorry, yeah. He looked pretty good. I thought when he had the ball in his hands, but as you say at the breakdown, he was quite quiet.
So France here inside the Irish half, going through the phases once again. The game was really slowed down in terms of its intensity and the way it was going. Bit scrappy. France probably just about on top. Dupont spreading out to Damien Penaud. Lovely step from him. Lovely offload. Malfuena manages to keep it in. Lovely stuff from France if they can go to the left. Surely got to be space there. Advantage to France. Wilhelms carries, still playing the advantage. Dupont goes searching for it, finds it into Untimac. Untimac and it's knocked on and will come back for the original advantage there, penalty. Interesting decision for France here. Do they go to the corner and back themselves, or are they going to take the point?
I think they'll go for the points here, right in front, just to that's what Dupont's going for.
Just opening the gap to it'll be nearly a 9-point lead. So having that at half time is not a bad thing. Penaud with the most audacious offload there. Lovely offload. Again, that moment of magic from Dupont, just spotting the space. Damien Penaud steps inside. Let's have a look at some more of your comments. I think after Scotland lose today, France will win the Six Nations. I think that Wales have the potential to grow in the championship. We do historically start slow. I don't know. I really like the way we attacked today. I was just so surprised with the breakdown. We didn't challenge out the breakdown. I thought we would do that more. Maybe that's out of respect for the attack of Scotland that we wanted to feel like we got enough men across the park. And Jaminet adds the 3 points. So France lead by 16 points to 7. We're heading towards half time in this one. Let's have a look at some more of your comments. Manu will be back for Wales well, which just changes the game completely. Yes and no.
Was he going to be fit for then?
Yeah, so he played for Leicester. I think he played last night. He played last week.
Was it Sale? He plays for Sale now.
Sale, not Leicester. He played for Sale last week. I just think that international level is completely a step up. And if you haven't played at that level for a long time because of injury, charge down, bouncing into hands of France.
Well, but the thing is that by the time that game comes around, you'll have a couple more weeks under his belt. So I think Eddie feels he's fit enough and ready. He could, because England don't. I look at the England. I don't see really them having a good 12 available right now. So I think he would slot in there pretty well.
Yeah, I agree. And big kick. Is that going to be too much? Is it going to go all the way? I think it will. And it's gone all the way. So they'll come all the way back, kicked dead by Gibson Park. Important that Ireland really manage these next 3 minutes. They can't concede again before half time. Even a penalty makes it really tough for them. But again, I mean, we're talking about England against Wales. England do have to go to Italy. Of course, we're both expecting them to win, and it'd be a massive surprise if they weren't to win. But if Italy can make it difficult for them, put pressure on them, it's a really young team playing Mauro Itoje at 6. Harry Randall starting, put pressure on him.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I do like the look of Harry Randall as a scrum half, though. I think he's got something about him. And they need to get to a point soon where I think they do need to move away from Ben Youngs, because I think he's just a bit too predictable now, I think, anyway.
So chance here for France. Scrum just over the halfway line. Pretty much centre of the field. Dupont feeds it in, of course, straight to the number 7's legs.
That was straighter than anything we saw in the last match.
Big scrum from France here. Advantage to France. Dupont has it in his hands. Steps, gives it to Ficou. Ireland trying to hold the man up. Still playing the advantage here. Big run from Villemze. Dupont into Marchand. Into the 22 now. France knocking it. Dupont's making half a break. Caught by Jack Conan. Wacky. Hickson goes, tackled by James Ryan, the captain. Ripped out, but will come back for the original penalty. Again, interesting decision for France here, whether they...
I think they'll go for the points again. They'll just keep the scoreboard ticking.
Yeah. And with that little time left on the clock, just to ensure that you come away with points. And Jaminet, I think, is going to go for this one. Yes, he is. So a minute to go until half time. And then having that 12-point lead, pretty much 2 scores. Again, if he gets this kick up, you'd feel like in the second half, it's really important that the Irish get the first score. Like they have to.
Absolutely. Because I think France are just kind of turning the screw right now, just trying to build the score. And then that'll force Ireland to have to play more. And that'll be when Ireland's execution needs to be really accurate. If they are going to, and where they need to get back into the game. And that could favour France a lot. Because they've and so far, when they've had their opportunities on the break, they've looked very good, you have to say, France.
Yeah. So big kick this. We're about 20 seconds from half-time. At half-time, we'll take a quick break, but we'll be back, obviously. So let's see if Jaminet can get this. Big kick. Real big kick, this one.
Should get it.
Should do, yeah. His kicking's been very good today.
Yeah, he's just running the clock down, really. He's taking the piss.
He slots it, looks good. And France lead at half-time by 19 points to 7. Good time management from Jaminet there. 19 points to 7 at half-time it is. Kyle, what a start to the half. Went a bit scrappy, but on the whole, fairly comfortable for France, you'd have to say.
Yeah, I mean, Ireland have hardly had any chances at all to really get at them. They've struggled to keep the ball. I mean, obviously, taking advantage of a bit of sleepiness from France, has to be said, from the kickoff, and Matt Hansen scored. But I mean, they've really struggled to get into the game, and France have just been, for the most part, pretty dominant, and got an excellent try from Dupont as well early hours, which has kind of set the tone, it has to be said.
Yeah, I think France have bullied this pack as well. Have bullied the Irish pack. I think they've been fantastic, the pack. Right, we're going to take a 2-minute break. Don't go anywhere. Make sure that you subscribe, that you've liked the stream. If you're watching on Twitch or Facebook, that you follow. I'm going to drop links to my socials at halftime and also Kyle's channel, so check them all out. We'll be back in a second, and we'll chat about that first half and look forward to the second half. Don't go anywhere. Time in this fixture. I hope you are enjoying the watch along. If you are, please do hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel as well. It's completely free to do, and there is so much content coming out over the next few weeks with the Six Nations. Make sure as well that you follow me on all of my social media. It's all linked in the description. You can follow me there and keep up to date on everything that I post. I post all the time and give you updates on all things rugby. If you'd like to support the channel financially, that'd be massively appreciated, but there's absolutely no pressure to do so. You can do that via Super Chat, and you can do that in the live chat on YouTube. Not long to go now, though. We'll be back in a second. Make sure to keep it going in the chat. Let me know your thoughts on the game so far. There we go. We are back. It is half time. 19 points to 7 to France against Ireland at the Stade de France. What a game. I mean, what an opening 6 or so minutes we had. I mean, it was absolutely crazy. And what a game. And it's been so good to have you involved in the chat. I have dropped about 50,000 links in the chat to my socials. So I got Twitch that's dropped in there, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. If you want to, please do follow them all on there. I try and post on all the different platforms as regularly as I can. We're also streaming live on the Threebod Rugby Group's socials as well. So make sure if you're watching from there to let me know. I know there are a couple of you watching on the YouTube. A few are watching on Twitch, and quite a number of you are watching on YouTube. If you are, hit the subscribe button. It's free to do. Leave a like. I'm also going to drop a link to Kyle's channel in just a second. But we are going to get Kyle. We are going to get Kyle back in to the studio now. I'm going to get his thoughts on the half. What a game of rugby. Bit mad, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think you summed it up pretty well already, Brandon. Mad start of it. I was questioning whether that last pass to Dupont was forward, but on further viewing, it looked okay. But France looked mostly on top. Ireland's just, I mean, apart from the try, and I think one other time, they've really struggled to get into France's half. They've not really had any of the ball since. They've not really put France under enough pressure. France seem to be dominating them up front in the set pieces and in open field. So, yeah, I think it's looking tough for Ireland so far, but they need to find a way of getting into the game and just keeping the ball in France's half more.
Yeah. I agree. I think, up top especially, they've been bullied up top. I mean, the likes of Antonio, Bailly, Marchand, that front row, they've just managed to just have so much over this team. I think the only other thing as well with Carberry, I think he's been pretty anonymous as well. And they just haven't managed to get the control of the game that they'd want to. And let's get through some of your comments.
No, I was just going to say, barely seen Carberry, to be honest. Apart from the kickoff and the conversion, I've barely seen him in the game.
And also with the Irish way of playing, with Sexton, one player shouldn't completely change the way that you try and play a game. There should be someone who just slots in and carries on. Sexton is not young anymore. I still think he's quality, and I still think he's the best that this Irish team have. But you got a World Cup in 18 months. If he goes down in a group game and he's out for the tournament, that's it. So, yeah, it's a tough one. Right, let's have a look at some of your comments. I'm Irish, but just give France the slam already. I mean, they're looking pretty good. Can't see anyone beating France. They're too big and powerful. They face Scotland next. So, that's when it's going to stop. Ireland lucky to have gotten something on the scoreboard. Potentially, you could say so. Serious bollocking required at half-time. Yes and no. I think the thing with France is, they're going to capitalise on mistakes. That's what they're so good at. And it seems like that's what they've been doing all throughout the game.
I know Dermot a wee bit, though. He's always for Ireland getting a serious bollocking when they're on the back foot. So,
Gabrielle, the game is... Sorry, go on, Kyle.
No, I was just saying that's always the go-to answer. Just, go. Sorry, go on.
Gabrielle, the game is live on RTE 2 or 1 in Ireland, and it's live on the ITV here in the UK. Can't show it because of copyright, I'm afraid. Let's have a look at some more of your comments. What else have you been saying? Do you think the Irish will come back into it? The next score for me is crucial. They have to get the next score. If France get a penalty, maybe, but if they certainly get a converted try, game over.
I think there will be moments where France blow a bit cold in the second half. But I think on the whole, with the way they're playing, you have to say, it's going to be very difficult for Ireland to really get back into it and being contenders to win it.
And I do think that maybe Ireland are trying to play a little bit too much like the French, and they're just not quite as good as the French are doing the way that they play. Maybe they just need to have that little bit more organisation, a little bit more control of the game. I think maybe that's what they need to look to do. France have been much better than I thought they'd be. I expected Ireland to do the basics better. I agree on that. Than France, but they've just been completely outplayed. No way Ireland are coming back into this game. Who knows? I will say it live here. I hate Sean Edwards. Hate. I mean, he's an absolute legend, isn't he? I'm a huge fan of him, of course. Karma Peach out in Switzerland watching too many errors. You'd have to say that for sure. France are too powerful. Yeah, we've spoken about the front row. They are very, very powerful. And the Swiss don't like the frogs. So there you go. We've established that.
Well,
but there we go.
they're next door neighbours, aren't they? Or
Yeah, very
close.
true. Very true. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to drop a link to Kyle's channel in the chat. Kyle, talk to me a bit about your channel. What do you do on there? What can people expect from tuning into your channel?
Mostly reaction videos, and at the moment, rugby-related content. It's been because with work, I've been like the detail of the work I do has been a bit lazy lately. But on the whole, no, I just mostly talk about rugby, give my reactions to games, give my previews to games, what I think, and obviously, if you like what you hear, or if you disagree with what you hear, just feel free to give me feedback on everything that goes with that. I know, that's basically just what I do.
Absolutely. So yeah, I've dropped the link in the chat. Head over there, subscribe. Just past 400 subscribers, so congratulations.
Thank you
on that. So that's
my Wales Scotland reaction was only a minute and a bit because my emotions were a bit all over the place inside. So
I haven't checked it out yet. I'm going to look forward to watching that.
I don't know. I couldn't really think of what to say, so I just put that. But I'll put one that's a bit more of a proper reflection in the week or something. But I'm still emotionally quite raw. So
there we go. Let's have a look at some more of your comments. Checking in from the USA. Fell in love with Ireland rugby while visiting France in 2006. Absolutely welcome along. Common piece to make degrading jokes against the Swiss. Sounds like the English and the Welsh, to be honest. Who is in the lead? France leading by 19 points to 7 at the minute. That is the current score. Ireland for the win. Come on, lads. It's going to be a big second half. Both teams are out. I backed France by 4 to 7. I think I backed France, or 3 to 5. I can't remember. But as we both said, first score is crucial in this second half. What do Ireland need to do in the first 20 minutes of the second half? Obviously score, but what do they need to get right? What do they need to change?
Well, keep the ball for a bit because they've been just find a way just to go through the phases and work the big French pack around a bit more because they're really struggling with that just now. And their kicking game hasn't been that good for the most part, so they need to execute their kicks better and just try and.
Yeah, definitely. So off we go for the second half. France with the ball from the restart, and Dupont will look to clear. Let's have a look at some more of your comments. In work and heartbroken to see Ireland down at halftime, praying they make a comeback. I mean, the thing with France, it really is down to them. Oh, lovely cross kick, but Andrew Conway was in touch. Yes, he was. But lovely attempt there. But is Sexton playing? No, he's out injured, so he's not available for this game. Joey Carberry is playing in his place.
Yeah. Just to say, I think this might have been the exact score at half-time in the year 2000 when Brian O'Driscoll went on to score a hat-trick and Ireland beat France in Paris in 2000. Yeah. So a bit of could be an omen there.
The thing is, it's not impossible. I mean, one mistake, like we saw today, like with Finn Russell's yellow card, how that completely changes the game. And, I don't think France is, you can always say, you don't know which French team is going to turn up. And I don't think it's as extreme as that anymore, but it still rings true. It still rings true. They do have moments of madness in there where they do, like in last year's Six Nations, an eye gouge against us. Ian Henderson has gone back off. James Ryan has come back on. He passed his HIA, by the way. So he is back on. So it's not completely impossible. But as we said, I think they've got to get the first score and they've got to hold on to possession a bit, be a bit more clinical, just be a bit more simple. Don't let the game get scrappy and open up because that's what France want and that's what they thrive off. So it's about managing the game.
Yeah. I mean, so far there seem to be taking what I'm saying about I say that and then Gibson Park just kicks a high one up.
There we go.
Offside, definitely offside there. That was silly.
And again, I mean, can Jaminet kick this?
I think he can. I think it's within his range. Looks like he's going to.
Yeah, I think you try and get this over just to really make it a 2-point game, 2-score game. So it looks like Jaminet's going to go for the post. Let's have a look at some more of your comments. So Munsters.
That's just stupid.
Yeah, it's the same with Wales, isn't it, in the game? I feel lucky to have discovered the amazing game. Just don't understand Americans. Well, Major League Rugby is really kicking off in the USA, isn't it? And I've been keeping tabs on that as much as I can. O'Driscoll, what a player indeed. If Sexton was there, Ireland would be in the lead.
Gavin, I don't think so.
Yeah, I guess that France win by 17 points. And bonus
point. Thing is, I think if Sexton was there, there might have been that bit more calm, like when Ireland were on the back foot. But with in the lead, just because they've had hardly any of the ball in France's half, really, I don't think so. Yeah. No.
The thing that concerns me, and if I was Irish, this would really concern me, is that Carby just can't slip into the system. It just doesn't work. Jaminet with a kick, has he got it? It's veering, it's in, and it's a lovely kick. And this French team head over to the 20-point mark. France 22, Ireland 7. Is that the game decider? Maybe, or day will come for Ireland. I mean, again, like, I'm not saying game over, but I just think that even another penalty is game over.
Well, this will suit France more because it means Ireland have to chase it, and I think I mean, because France, I don't think necessarily they'll be looking for the bonus point, but I don't think it's an absolute necessity. So they'll be happy just to keep the points ticking over and just.
Oh, penalty to Ireland though at the breakdown.
Aye.
Right from kickoff, big decision here now. Surely they got to go for the corner, right?
It looks like they're going for that. Yes.
Yeah. So Ireland going to the corner. 4 minutes into this second half.
Yeah, Andrew Porter could play there.
He did that last week against us a couple of times, actually. So they have gone to the corner. So, I mean, they've got to score here, you'd think, really.
Oh, yeah. And then.
So, line out taken. They win it. Here comes the drive.
Oh, here we go. Dan the Flair. He's got it. Try.
And Ireland have a try. And straight off the driving maul. And well, we said it. We said they needed to get the try straight after, and they've managed to do it. Josh van der Fleer crashing over from the driving maul. It's a 10-point game now. I mean, all of a sudden, things turn strange. I mean, it turns and he just peels off the back. Very similar to the Thomas Francis try from earlier on, actually. Just peels off the back.
Although France's defence there, that was like. Yeah, apart from all three, the rest of them are. Apart from all three, the rest of them are just sleeping.
Yeah. So chance here for Joey Carberry to bring them to 8 points. Big kick, this. Excuse me.
I think Angus Garner was just communicating with his TMO there, just saying he was happy with.
So big kick for Carberry. Let's have a look at some more of your comments. I don't speak Gaelic or Gaelic. Which one is it? It's Gaelic, isn't it?
Gaelic French. Gaelic French, yes.
Yes. I speak Welsh, though, and there's similarities between the two languages. I'm afraid. France are hilarious. They've just conceded. They have conceded 2 bad tries, from absolutely nothing, really. And that's what we were saying. This French team have the ability to just switch off at stupid moments. Big kick for Carberry.
Missed that. Has he? Yeah, he's got it. What a terrible camera angle.
He just looking more at the touch judge than the actual ball.
Aye.
14 points to 22, though. We're in for a nervy game here, I think.
If you by chance get anyone who's connected with French TV, those folk at French TV, shame on them. Your camera work is shocking and biased.
It happens all the time in the European games, though, doesn't it? It shows the very select angles of certain things.
But Brandon's a good lad, so give him a career if he's just to say that.
Was he offside? Well, Ireland here, chance. Straight through the middle, Joey Carberry. Hugo Keenan, sorry. Up to the 10-meter line here. France a little bit all over the place.
No, why did he kick it?
Carberry trying to go for the kick there. Real waste. Why would he do that? But is the ball still there? Who's got it? Ireland still have it. It has slowed down, though.
Ringrose.
Comes Ringrose.
Mm-hmm.
Carberry into Hansen, who's come in field, tackled well by Malfuena. Really good counter-rucking here from France. Eventually, Gibson Park gets it out. Dan Sheehan carries Andrew Conway.
Let's get his hands off, yeah.
The ball, advantage off his feet. So chance here for this Irish team.
Oh, forward. That was forward.
That was so forward. And we'll come back. Come back for the original penalty. Again, big decision for Ireland now. Are they going to take the points or are they going to go for the post? I mean,
I would.
France need to get a grip on the game, don't they?
Yeah, I'd go for the post. Get us back. Get Ireland back to 5 points.
Yeah.
Or are they? What are they doing?
I think they're going for the posts. They're debating it.
Oh, going for the corner.
Wow. Big decision.
I don't know why they're doing that, but okay.
Yeah. So France going to Ireland going to the corner here.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those decisions.
Two tries, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's one of those decisions. If they get a try out of this, then it's amazing. If they don't, then they're idiots. But
yeah, lovely break from Hugo Keenan there. We've just seen it back, and then just the angle that we wanted to see. Of course, the TV then changes angles. They've won the line out here. They go straight down the maul. Good defense from France. Ball is there though for them. Gibson Park gets it out to Byrne.
Mm-hmm.
It's just slow though. Carberry into Aki.
Oh, good! Oh, good try!
The line and Gibson Park snipes around the breakdown and scores for Ireland. And well.
Huh.
19 points to 22. Two
wow,
tries in quick succession. Who was watching the breakdown? Who was meant to be covering there? I don't know.
France just switching off around the fringes there.
And
sorry, Brandon. I said they'd have their moments where they glow cold in the second half. So,
well, France, they need to get together now, and someone has to just take responsibility now and just say,
"No, that's just
concentrate."
Yes, that's just laziness. Because I mean, Willemsey was left on his own, and obviously Gibson Park's going to try and switch, and the rest of the forward pack were too slow to get across, and just left the gap there for him to exploit, for Gibson Park to exploit.
And so, within less than 7 minutes or so, Ireland have come from 7.
What a cracking 10 minutes! What a cracking 10 minutes to start the second half.
I mean, it's like both halves, isn't it? It's how both halves have been. And they've come all the way back to 21-22. I mean,
game on.
Real game on, absolutely. We'll have a look at some of your comments. Come on, Ireland, Dave. Hope you're doing well, enjoying this one. I'm sure Richard also enjoying this one. Told you the French would collapse. You absolutely did. Ireland. Come on, Ireland, indeed.
Well, I think Hansen knocked it on there. Yeah.
Yeah, and it'll be they might get the option of the scrum of the line out here, France.
Yeah, I think they're going for this scrum. Yeah.
France just need to calm things down, though, don't they? They really do.
So, quite a turnaround, Brandon, because 10 minutes ago we were saying, Ireland need to do this. Ireland need to do that. It's like, no, it's France.
We did say they had to get the first try of the second half. We said they had to get it. And they did, and the pressure is all of a sudden on this French team, and they're such a young team on the whole.
But I mean, even so, they're still a French team, so they would have their moments where.
Very true. Mm-hmm. Half an hour to go, then scrum to France on the 10-meter line.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
I'm going to have a lovely reset of the scrums.
Time to put on some of your crappy halftime music.
Kyle's a massive fan of the music I put on at halftime. He actually requests that music all the time and tells me all the time he wants it.
Anyone who's commenting on this, just feel free to put forward any better suggestions than the shite Brandon puts on there. So
the scrum is ready to go. Fed in by Antoine Dupont. French scrum has looked really solid so far. And it does come out. Here comes Penaud. Bit of space in Malfuena. Oh, throws into the hands of Villiers.
Yeah.
Oh, good carry. Just outside the 22. Good hand.
Penaud, good step. Oh, he's in touch, I think.
Damien Penaud has he kept it in.
I thought he was in
and
touch.
France kept this alive. Or has he gone out?
Touch,
No, and then finally it does go out. Damien Penaud, with no space at all, somehow manages to beat his man.
Are they looking at something?
It's a late hit.
The referee's called time off for something. I don't know what, though.
Is there a late hit at all? I don't think so. He's not going to check that from Villiers on Conway, is he?
No. French TV, Brandon. I don't think they're going to.
Oh, yeah. How Penaud finds the space there is just ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at that step. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, that's it. Well, how you manage to keep it and put the offload, that's skill.
Changes for this French team. Joaquin Wilhelms are off. So they have left. Telfer Fuena is on alongside Thibaut Flamand, sorry. So those changes have gone through for France.
Oh!
Ball is out!
Big Antonio!
Wouldn't want him running at me.
Oh, he's got it! Try!
Got it. Yes, they have. And a mistake from the Irish pack. Who is it?
I think that's Cyril Bailly, I think. I may be wrong.
Bailly has scored for France, and France extend their lead here. What a game we have. What a game. Yeah. I mean, it all came. What happened? Was that the breakdown? It just spills out. I think James Ryan knocked it off his foot.
Cyril Bailly, good play. Yeah, good try. Good try.
Yeah. It's at the breakdown, comes off the foot of the referee, takes a lovely tumble, which is always fun to watch, and comes off the foot of James Ryan, and there is Cyril Bailly to crash over. So chance for Jaminet now to give them an 8-point lead. It's quite a big kick, this actually, just to give him a tiny bit of space. It's a big kick, this, for Melvin Jaminet. Out of nothing as well, really.
Yeah, I don't know. The ball just seemed to shoot out of that breakdown there, and then France took advantage of it. So, no. I know we like compliment Dupont a lot, but the speed of pass, like just the speed of his pass he brings out of it, it's unbelievable. Like it's just unbelievable.
Just ridiculous.
I think he's missed that.
Jaminet.
Oh, is he?
Is it creeped in? And he's missed it. It's a big miss from Melvin Jaminet. And so it remains France 27, Ireland 21. 25 minutes to go or so in this one. And, I mean, this could be a real tense finish.
I'm excited.
It's such a good game, isn't it? It's such a good game. Compared to the second half of the last one we watched.
Oh, good for you. Good. What was he giving? What is going on here?
Why is the referee on the other side of the pitch? I think they kicked off without the referee.
A whistle problem, I think.
All right. It looks like we have some changes in the French pack. We'll confirm them as they go through. It looks like Bamba's going to be coming on.
I think his whistle's broken down, so that's why they're.
I think that's what's happened as well. Let's have a look at some more of your comments. Being from the USA, I've not been able to follow as well as I'd like. I'm back as a huge rugby fan recently. Who's the famous French player who's known for his brutal play? Caveman look. I think you're thinking of Chabal, right?
Sebastien Chabal, yeah.
He, of course, played for Sale Sharks as well. So Sebastien Chabal, great player back in the day. Actually met him once in a it was Sale Sharks. They were travelling to an away game, met them in a service station.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. Very interesting. Julien Marchand is off, and Malvaca is on in the front row. Bailly is also off the try score, so Jean-Baptiste Gross is on as well. And Antonio is also off, and Bamba's on. Yeah, so as Kyle says, full front row, new front row. I expect this game to be absolute elite level quality, bar the first 20 minutes from France. Neither side looked good to me. I disagree. It's just very scrappy. It's very open. And I think it's probably too open for Ireland, maybe. Yeah, Sebastian Chabal, absolutely. Penalty, knock on, sorry, from the French there. So scrum to Ireland just inside the French half.
Right. It's a hell of a game, though.
Oh, absolutely crazy. I mean, the question mark is obviously with fitness now. I think fitness would be the big thing now. And also the impact off the bench and game management and all that.
I don't know about fitness, but I think game management, because pardon me, I just kind of thought France were always going to blow cold at some point, and they did in those 2 tries. Now it's a question of if they can keep their discipline and just keep not give Ireland anything cheap.
Yeah. I think that's the thing, though. All of Ireland's tries have come through French mistakes. All of them, all 3 of them. So if you're French and you can keep your discipline, just do the basics right. Ball is still out on their side. Jaminet kicks it downfield, looking for the 50-22, and it's called by Hugo Keenan. But if you're French, you're like, we've made 3 mistakes. Ireland have scored 3 tries off it. And you'd back the French attack, wouldn't you, as well?
Yeah. The thing is, all 3 Ireland tries have come from the French just sleeping, really. Like that first one, they were just asleep at the restart, and the second one, apart from Aldrit, the rest of them were just we're not getting back, didn't get back into position quickly enough, and then they left Willemse on his own for the third one. The forwards were just too slow to get across, and it's just it's just stuff you think at that level you should be awake on for 100% of the time, but
yeah. So line out to France inside their own half. Just about they managed to get it back.
It's something that will annoy Sean Edwards, though.
Oh yeah, especially with his northern accent, screaming at them. That'll be fun. Oh, what are you doing? What are you trying to throw around? That's been knocked on by James Ryan.
Or in French, how would Sean Edwards get that?
Sacre bleu. That's it.
It's interesting. I was listening to he was on a podcast with it's the French rugby podcast that I think it's
I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Johnny Beattie and
isn't Benjamin Kaiser on it?
Yeah, Johnny. It's normally what's it? I can't remember the guy who normally does English commentary for French rugby. Johnny Beattie, obviously, used to play for us years ago, and Benjamin Kaiser. And we had Sean Edwards on it once, and but the thing is, the way he speaks about it, it's like, oh yeah, it's easy when you've got players like Gail Thuku and Johnny Dante, and you've got Cameron Woki in the second row who can play like a back row and that. But I just imagine behind the scenes, he's like, you.
I can imagine, yeah. I mean, the way he got our defense working was just incredible. I think we're missing that, to be honest. But there we go.
Yeah. But the thing is, what really stuck out to me about his defensive way was do you see the 2009 British Lions documentary?
Yeah.
Where you just see the behind the scenes of him, and you are just, and there was one moment that got me. This might seem trivial, but it's a moment that sums up. Was one, I think, when the Lions played the Western Stormers of that series, and they could see the soft try out wide, and he was like, "This is defense. It needs effing sorted. You and it's just the way he was with them. It's like, and then there was another one where he was saying, like, look, there's not many names of those platters of those jerseys behind you. And why is that? It's because it's effing hard to win a Lions Test series. Only the best do it. So you get your.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You see him in front of the camera, it's like, sorry, I'm going off a tangent here. You see him in front of the camera, it's like, oh, well, as long as, they're all listening to me, they're not listening to me after 3 attempts and that. And sometimes he's hard when folk have a go at him, but, on the whole, he's just a lot softer, and just see him behind the scenes. It's just like that was the real eye opener to me of like what he's like as a coach.
Yeah, definitely. Scrum to France, and they do manage to get it out, and it is cleared downfield.
Yeah, sorry for going off a bit of a tangent there, but
no, it's interesting, definitely. Yeah, I wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of Sean Edwards, that's for sure.
Oh God, aye. Imagine, because you still see some of the mistakes these French players make, as much as they're all very good rugby players. Some of the mistakes they made, like when Sean Edwards sees them, he just been like, what little hair he has, just or no hair, I should say, probably.
Yeah. Indeed. So Ireland on the attack here, just inside the French half. Mac Hansen trying to make half a break. We've got about 20 minutes to go in this one. Still 27 points to 21. So a converted try would put Ireland back into the lead. Advantage to Ireland here, just inside their own half. Gary Ringrose steps inside. Good offload into Ian Henderson, into Gibson Park. He puts the kick through.
Yeah, it's going to be...
And Dupont gets
what? It's the advantage over? Okay.
Advantage over. Antoine Dupont, off he goes. And the ball is there for France. They're going to go through the forwards here. Tao for Frenner, 6'8", something like that. And the ball is there. Dupont.
Well, Tao for Foana. I think he's the heaviest second row in World Rugby, as far as I'm aware.
Can you try and say his name 5 times quickly?
Tauafafona, Tauafafona, Tauafafona.
Let's have a look at some of your comments before we both lose our minds. If Eddie picks the right team from now on, I think we'll win the next 4 games. I mean, Italy tomorrow, you'd expect England to beat Italy. Then you've got Wales at home. And then who have they got on the 4th? I can't remember who they got on the 4th weekend.
They got Wales, Ireland, and then France last game.
Isn't it? Yeah, it is. 2 best teams in world rugby, quite possibly, you'd have to say so. Friends from France, but they never shut up. The Saffords would beat both these teams easy. Don't know.
I take it easy. Aussie is South African.
Yeah. I mean, I think that France could match South Africa up top. And so then the concern would be if France could unleash their backs. Chappelle's nickname was the Sea Bass. Didn't know that. Oh, Dupont's down receiving some treatment. Are they checking something?
I think Ty Byrne did something. They're foul play.
I'm not a fan of this assistant referee. I can never remember his name. He's Welsh. He does a lot of the URC games, talks way too much. They're going to check something here.
Yeah, I think. What do you think of Ben Whitehouse? Bring your way there.
Yeah, not the biggest fan. There's some of them that just talk too much, want to get involved. Right, let's have a look at this here. So Dupont with the ball.
What?
Tycoon, is it a trip? I think they're looking at a trip, aren't they? So Dupont runs through. Byrne, he turns, doesn't he?
That's nothing. That's nothing.
Is it not an obstruction? You don't think it's an obstruction, a penalty? I think it's a penalty. I don't think there's like a yellow or anything. He does turn his body.
It's if it's any obstruction, it's very, very marginal.
Yeah, could Dupont have run past him? That's the question. Was he trying to buy it a little bit? I think it's a penalty, but I don't think it's anything more serious than that.
Because he changes his line, but is he obstructed? I don't know.
It's a really tight one, isn't it? If he has obstructed him and done that on purpose, he's disguised it really, really well. I think it's just a penalty.
I think it's just a penalty. Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's just a penalty.
Yeah. Because there's no guarantee that Dupont's going to get onto the end of that ball, that there's no one covering there either.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think because he stopped at a convenient time where he kind of like knows Dupont's slightly running past him, and he just kind of stopped and thought, you know what, I might just slightly stop him here. I just stop now.
Yeah.
I mean,
So I think it is going to be a penalty, right? Looks like it. Doesn't look like it's going to be anything more serious. No, so just a penalty to France. So, I mean, I don't know if this is kickable from a French perspective. I don't think it is. So I think you go to they've gone to the
They've
corner.
gone to the corner, yeah.
Why is it an Irish ball?
Or is it just oh no, it's just carry on. I think they just deemed it carry on.
Oh right, okay. So no penalty. So 18 minutes to go. An Irish line out just aside their own 22. They've won it and set up the maul.
Yeah.
27-21, of course. Gibson Park gets it away.
Oh, great take by Germany.
Really well taken, that. There is a bit of space on the left-hand side if they can get it there. Bamba's a little bit isolated. Needs to be careful. Ball is there, though. Not the greatest pass.
What was that for? What was
offside?
Something... Oh. No, sorry, my TV messed up for me.
No.
You keep going. Give me a minute.
That's okay. I think it was offside. I think that's what's happened is that it was offside. So, yeah, I think it was offside. So, chance here then for France. I mean, oh no,
right.
It was France who were offside. Sorry, France who were offside. So, there's an Irish penalty. Chance for Carberry to send this one down. And it's not the greatest kick from him, not really getting that many meters. And let's have a look at the benches of both teams, see what options there are on there. Obviously, some of them will have already come on. And for France, in the backs, obviously, you've got Ramos, who can play fullback, and then you've got Luku, who can either play in the centres. You've obviously, Flamand has already come on. Those front row options have all come on. Conor Murray is coming on for Ireland, which is a interesting choice. I don't know if I would have done that.
Henshaw's on.
Henshaw's on as well. I don't think I'd have bought Conor Murray on. Matt Hansen off. So where does everyone go? So Matt Hansen off.
Yeah, I think.
So who would Aki and Ring? You putting Ringrose on the wing, or you putting Henshaw on the wing?
I think maybe Keenan on the wing and Henshaw at fullback, possibly.
Yeah,
possibly?
An interesting one. I don't know. I'm confused by that, but. Yeah, so Conor Murray on for Jameson Gibson Park and Henshaw on for Matt Hansen. France have turned this one over.
Oh, he knocked on. And Conor Murray's second touch of the ball, he knocks the ball on.
I don't think that Conor Murray's the guy you want to bring on in this situation. You know, I had a chat with some Irish fans for Overlap Rugby guys, and I was asking them about Conor Murray, even in the squad, and what that means. Because if he's not starting, I don't know what he brings from coming off the bench. I don't know if he offers all that much. Unless you're winning the game and you want to close the game out, I think he's okay. But to go and win a game, I don't know if he's the right type of person to be bringing off a bench if you're chasing a game necessarily. And then you got someone like a Craig Casey at Munster who's done really well. Cooney, just for whatever reason, Farrell doesn't like him. And as long as Farrell's there, I just don't think he's going to get picked. It's a weird one. It's a weird one.
I mean, at Ulster, you've got Doak, the young guy coming. Yeah. He seems to be coming through now. I'm old enough to remember. Was it his Neil Doak and his dad played for them? I don't
remember.
I'm old enough to remember him. So shows I'm turning 30 later this year by that memory. But anyway, Conor Murray, I mean, he just doesn't look the same player that he did when he was probably like 4 years ago. He was probably the best 9 in the world. He's just never really got back to that level. I'd say it's even
longer than that for me. I'd say he was at his prime probably 2013, that kind of time. He was very, very good. Had a big dip, didn't he? Came back, and now he's just had that dip again.
Right. I think he was probably up there with Aaron Smith as the best 9 in the world from 2014 to 2019. And he got a bad injury. He came back from that. He's not really been the same player since.
No.
Although I thought just
on chance here then for Furlong to carry. We've got about 15 minutes to go, folks. Not long to go in this one.
I thought it was a knock on there by France, but okay.
Yeah. Oh, was he offside? Oh, just about held his line there. Ringrose tries to put the kick through. Doesn't work. Byrne picks up. Tries to put the kick through.
That's a Byrne kick.
Has that come in from his own half? If that's a 50-22. I think he might have put it in from his own half.
I think they're checking. That's what they're checking for.
I think he's
That's
inside his own
Ty
half.
Bird, yeah, excellent. Oh, yeah, that's a 50-22.
Has just put through one of the best kicks I've seen in the Six Nations so far. And Locke has just put it through, and he's given Ireland a chance for a driving maul about 8-9 meters out.
No.
I would not have expected that. I'm not going to lie, but fair play.
Mm-hmm.
Who needs Johnny Sexton when you've got Byrne?
Just move him to number 10. He's fine.
So here we go then. Line out to Ireland. Why is Mac Hansen?
Oh, poor throw.
Did you just see Mac Hansen on the pitch? Because I'm sure I've just seen him on the pitch. I think he's still on.
Yeah.
So it must have been, I don't know who's gone off. I have no idea. I'm losing my mind. Chance here though for
I think it's Aki that's gone off. Yeah, Hansen's still on.
Yeah, there you go. ITV coverage, lovely.
Well, French broadcaster and ITV, probably a combination of the two.
Yeah. Oh, big carry from Porter up to the 10-meter line. Ireland holding onto the ball a lot better now, going through the phases. Conor Murray goes digging, goes to the left. The French defence absolutely read that. And it's Damien Penaud trying to break through. And it's Henshaw who's been tackled. Ireland back to just outside their own 22 here. The French defence just read that like a book. Absolutely saw the switch there. And all went together. If you're France here, you just don't give away anything silly here. Make it a hard exit, yes. But just, there's no need to make it difficult for yourself. Conor Murray will kick this one downfield. Mr. Box kick himself. And sends it up, and it's not a great kick.
It's not a bad one. It's not.
No, but it's there for France, unless he's got over that. And it's turned over by Ireland. It's very, very scrappy here. Ball on the 10-meter line for Ireland.
Oh, good defence.
Big hit. Carberry looks up, tries the kick, goes through. It's been chased by Conway, I want to say. Villiers takes it well. He needs support, though, which he gets. And Dupont plays it back into the hands of Untitled, who sends it downfield. So we're just about to hit 10 minutes to go in this one.
We've just been sent up. Oh, the two French players there.
Gregory Aldridge catches it. Yelonk.
Oh!
Didn't quite come together for them. Bamba will act as scrum half here. Plays it back to Fiku, who puts it through. Not the greatest kick. A little bit all over the place now, this game. And chance here and time for Ntamak, who kicks it all the way downfield. Be a line out to the Irish. 10 minutes to go. It's going to be a nervy finish. This one, points in it. It's a great match. It absolutely is, isn't it? Absolutely is. Dupont off. Antoine Dupont has been taken off by France. Maxime Lucu comes on. Pretty sure he plays at Racing. I'm pretty sure he's the second choice at Racing. So Ireland off the line out. Conor Murray. Was it a high tackle? No, says the referee. So Carberry gets it out. Oh, lovely off break by James Ryan. Hansen goes for the break. Ball is there though. Conor Murray to Ian Henderson. Tackled though by Bamba. Ball back to Carberry. A little bit of space out to the left. Ringrose tries to break through. Was he held? No. Again, Carberry, this time with ball in hand. Makes half a break. Good tackle by Yelonk on him. Highburn. France
right over the top. That's a penalty. Easy penalty.
Really, really silly penalty to give away there.
Oh, come on, I'll just throw it around.
Trying to do something good defence from Fikir, and we'll come back for the original penalty.
Yeah.
Big decision, this. Big decision. 9.5 minutes to go. Stupid penalty to give away. What would you do in this situation?
10 minutes to go. Oof. I'd probably go for the corner, actually. 10 minutes.
Yeah, they're going for the post. I would have backed their driving maul. I really would have, because it looks so strong. This is a huge kick.
Why is Dupont off the pitch? I do not know.
No, neither do I. Yeah, that's such a stupid penalty to give away, because he doesn't even try and hold on to the ball. He just dives, just plummets to the ground. Such a stupid mistake to make.
Well, the thing is, he's going in initially for the ball, and if he's not, if he's holding it in, then that should be a penalty. But he was nothing obvious, so yeah. Just a dive, over the top.
So huge kick for Joey Carberry here to bring it within 3 points. If he misses this, then he should get it. Just slightly to the left of the post, probably about 30 meters out. Massive kick, though. Steps up.
Yes.
And he's got it. So it's France 27. Ireland 24 now.
I'll just be 2 minutes, Brandon. I'm just going to the toilet.
Yeah, no worries, mate. So we'll let Kyle go to the toilet. I won't stop him. So, I mean, we've got 7 minutes to go. Folks, if you're watching, hit the subscribe button. Massively appreciate if you can do that. It's completely free to do. Helps grow the channel. Follow me on all the socials I've linked in the chat throughout the course of the stream. Let me know as well. Would you like to see the England-Italy watch along tomorrow, 3 o'clock? That would be. But we're focused on this one. And France get us restarted. So 3 points in it now. 72 minutes gone. 73 minutes, gone. Tyke Furlan off for Finlay Bealham. Finlay Bealham coming on. Andrew Porter also off for Cian Healy as well. So those changes have gone on. Ball is kicked down to Jaminet, who sends it up. Francois Cross is off as well. Dylan Cretin is on for France in the back row. So changes all around as we head towards the final 6 minutes of this one. Conor Murray will look to get rid of this with the box kick, which he does. Sends it downfield into the hands of Jaminet, who has a little bit of time to look up just inside the Irish half. I'll put myself on full screen and then we'll get Kyle back in when he's in. Luca at scrum half. Still slow ball here for France. A draw would be good for Scotland. Scotland aren't playing, Gavin. For Ireland, you mean, mate? Can I turn the TV? I'm not allowed to, just because of copyright reasons, I'm afraid, mate. I'd love to be able to, but I'm afraid I can't. But I'll try and keep you up to date on everything going on. France have taken the line out quickly. Sent back down by Untimac. Well taken by Mac Hansen. Kyle is back. Let me get him back in. There we go. Back. There we go. So 5 minutes to go. Not long to go at all whatsoever.
Sorry, I noticed you moved. Yeah.
Sorry, there were a couple of changes in the front row. Yeah, I muted you because just in case I could hear you from the toilet, I don't think we'd want to hear that. So,
you couldn't hear me? Could you? Sorry.
Yeah, it's really loud.
Sorry. I thought I closed the door and sorry.
No, we couldn't hear you. All right, here comes France then. Here comes France. I mean, if you were Irish, would you settle for a draw in this? If you had a chance, would you settle for the draw? Or would you be thinking that's not something we want?
You take the win. Which is why I'm actually a wee bit surprised why they didn't go for the corner in their last penalty.
Oh, where's that going?
Everyone's
Bouncing.
Offside.
Oh, chance here. It's stolen by France. If they can get this wide, there surely would be space. Advantage as well.
Or there's a knock-on advantage, so...
Yeah. Luku. Gael Fickou tries a little chip over the top. Where's that going to bounce? Bouncing into the hands of Flamen, I think it is. Taufefuena carries into the 22. Tight Burn trying to get over the ball. He's moved out of the way. Luku into Bamba. 4 minutes to go. We have the Stade de France. France leading by 3 points. Still there. Fickou picks up. He runs straight into Robbie Henshaw. Luku picks it and goes exactly to the same place. Ireland trying to compete out the breakdown. Ball is there for France, though. Taufefuena carries. Making a couple of meters here and there. Villiers, big hands. Taufefuena into Villiers once again. Tries to beat his man as they edge towards the try line. Going through the forwards. Bamba. I mean, are you thinking drop goal here? Maybe.
Oh.
Dylan Cretan.
Yeah, penalty advantage.
To France.
Yeah, Caelan Doris was on the
breakdown. Or Caelan
Doris. That's going to be a try.
Chance for France to win it, and they've scored.
Jaminet
scores. And it looks as if France have won this game and have sealed the victory. And from that advantage, they went wide. What an angle from Jaminet, the fullback. And France, you'd think if they can convert this, that would be game, set, and match. Jaminet there, lovely angle. Looking here from Fickou's kick over the top. The only thing you could say with that, has Fickou stopped Caelan Doris from getting to the ball? I don't know if that's enough. Lovely pass from Untimac into Jaminet. That's a lovely flat pass. Lovely pass.
That's
just floors Conbury out. And he breaks the tackle of Hugo Keenan.
Oh, did that touch the ground?
Oh, it's a big question, actually. They're going to have a look at it. This might not be a try.
Potential knock on, they say.
So we're having a look at it. Folks, we're very near the end of the game. Hit the subscribe button, by the way. Follow if you're watching on Facebook or Twitch.
On-field decision, no try. Because they believe that Sheehan, the Irish 16, got underneath Jaminet.
So we're going to have a look at this. He needs to see that it's clearly been grounded.
A knock on by Ryan.
So it's James Ryan there. We knew that was a penalty. That's why the advantage came in the first place.
No, it was Doris being on feet. Yeah.
So that was the advantage there. So there's nothing wrong with that. The big question is, does Jaminet manage to ground this? Dan Sheehan tackles him. Does he get the ball down? Not from that angle. Oh, we have more angles because we're on French TV. I think that's down. Oh, I don't know. That's really tight. That's really tight. I don't know. Because he said on-field decision is no try.
No.
I don't think this is going to be given.
Well, the ball touches the ground then, but it doesn't look clear and conclusive there.
It's very difficult to tell.
Is it Ben White that's the TMO?
Yeah, it is.
Is it? Okay. I think he tries to impersonate old Nige a bit too much. And I know there's a few folk in Wales who think he's just got to where he is because of who his dad is. So
maybe. I don't think this is going to be given. There's no conclusive evidence that he's got this down. So I don't think this is going to be a try. So it'll be a scrum 5. Fickou clearly doesn't agree.
They're going back. Yeah, they're going back to the
penalty. So France back down to 27. No try. Held up. Really good work by Dan Sheehan for a prop to have got there to cover the space there. It's quite impressive. Now, if you're France, you just take a whole... You're allowed a minute and a half, aren't you, on a kick? Is it a minute and a half? Was it a minute?
Yeah, it's 90 seconds maximum.
Yeah. If you're Jaminet here, you just take your whole minute and a half here. So there are 2.5 minutes to go.
Mm-hmm. Should be 30 seconds from the moment they put the ball on the tee to.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it.
So penalty to France, right in front of the post. Jaminet.
I'm just counting.
To give France a 3-point lead. He takes his time, has a look around the Stade de France, acting as if it's the most difficult kick he's ever taken. 2 minutes to go. And he's still waiting. And finally, he kicks it over, and France lead by 6 points. So France 30, Ireland 24. And now, I mean, Ireland are going to have to, realistically, they're going to have to get this ball back off the restarts, you'd think. So off we go once again. France do win the restarts, won by Dylan Cretin. Oh, stolen by Ireland!
Ooh!
Huge deal. Dan Sheehan with the ball now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
20 seconds to go. What can Ireland do here? They need a converted try to win the game.
I feel like Beelan with his ridiculous haircut. Oh, poor pass! Terrible pass!
That was so forward. And that might just be that for
That was a
this
terrible pass.
Woeful pass. And France have the ball with about 50 seconds to go. Is Luku going to kick this? It looks like he is. I'm surprised they're not going through the phases here. I mean, maybe getting downfield is the best thing. 30 seconds to go, though. Still 6 points in it. Oh, why is he kicking it away?
I don't know why they kicked it. Why did they kick it?
It's into the French hands, and we only have about 20 seconds to go now. Mal Fafrenef, Ireland, for some very strange reason, deciding to kick the ball away, and they can now just go through the forwards, and as long as they can recycle it cleanly, they'll have won this game. 10 seconds to go now. What a weird decision to decide to kick.
I know.
Like, absolutely crazy. It's not as if he got any distance on it anyway. We're into the red. France just needs to kick it off. And Untitled kicks it off. And that is it. France have beaten Ireland here at the Stade de France. The final score being France 30, Ireland 24. And that is the final score. What a game that was. Huge win for France. They didn't make it easy for themselves. But what a weird decision at the end there to kick. I don't know who it was. And to be honest, I don't want to name the person because I don't want them to get pelters for it. But
they will do, Brandon. Don't.
Yeah, they will do. Of course, they will. But
because I know you're a nice guy, though. So
yeah, kicking the ball. Why exactly, Dave? Yeah. Exactly. Like such a strange decision to do that. Really strange decision. But I mean, does it come back to the fact that Ireland decided not to go to the corner? It's an interesting one you could ask.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, that move just before the kick, it was a terrible pass by Jack Carty, and then I don't know why he threw it out as he did, because Ireland had the ball. They could have just kept going through the phases, and France might have given the penalty away. So it was just
who knows, indeed. But what a game that was! I mean, absolutely crazy. Two amazing games. Well, not two amazing games. Well, good result for Wales, obviously, but an incredible game. Just before we go, then. France, how do you think anyone can stop them now? You're wearing
Scotland in 2 weeks, baby. In 2 weeks, it's coming. You know it is.
Do you think anyone can?
I actually think we can in a couple of weeks if we're playing them at Murrayfield. But no, the thing is, because I think France, they have the capabilities. You just seen them there of just getting the balance so right between the ability to get discipline and the ability to play a bit more expansively and, pardon me, a bit more open. But they just have their moments where they just switch off. I mean, that 10 minutes at the start of the second half, those 2 tries Ireland got there were just France switching off defensively. And They just have it. But the thing is, if they can get that right and just collect those moments where they just seem to fall asleep sometimes, they can be, absolute world beaters. But yeah, I mean, Ireland should be disappointed with themselves there because they, not just that kick at the end, they have their moments where they just poor discipline and just poor decision making, and in the end, it's cost them.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And decision making, weird decisions. Jack Carty going for that pass, kicking at the end there, really odd decisions. But there we go. That is our watch long done for today. Let me quickly, before we go, drop once again Kyle's link to his channel. I'm sure there'll be a reaction to this after the game, if I'm right in saying. So I'll drop a link in the chat now. Do head over there, subscribe to his channel, of course, and make sure to head over there after this game. Let's quickly just get to your comments just before we finish. Cheers, lads. See you in a fortnight. I'm going to try and do something next weekend with either URC or something. But yeah, see you in a fortnight. Gutted absolutely for the Irish lads. Thanks, boys. Join you next game. France could have won that 33 to defended properly. It's probably true, though. The tries they gave away, really silly tries to give away. Those last 2 minutes killed us. England will do them at the start. It's a big shout. Interesting to see how that one will go. That'll be the final weekend. But we are going to leave it there. As I said, check out Kyle's channel. Subscribe here on YouTube. And we will see you potentially for tomorrow, England against Italy. We'll have to wait and see. Thank you for watching, folks, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.